Hey guys, it's Adam with Unleashed Wargaming. Going to do a little hobby tip today. When I was on Lone Hammer, the podcast the other day, we talked a little bit about he was using cork board to do his rocks, and I told him about tree bark. And so I just thought I'd do a little video. I need some for myself, so I thought I'd make a video and show what I was talking about in case you don't already know this trick. This is just a piece of tree bark that I've tore off a tree. There's a park nearby that has perfect bark for stones anyway. And I've spray painted it black. It helps to let them dry out. You don't have to, but I keep mine, and for about a month or so I just got a big pile of it and I let it dry for about a month. Our first dry brush is going to be Dawnstone or any other dark gray. You do want it to be dark though. And it's going to be a heavy dry brush. In fact, I say dry brush, you don't really even have to get the majority of the paint off of the brush. Just start painting it gray. You just don't want to be like super careful like you would on a model. It doesn't matter if you leave a little bit of the black showing. The cracks can stay black. None of that stuff really matters to you. Just paint it this dark gray as if you were dry brushing. It helps to drop it every now and then. I say prime it black. I prime everything black, just while we're talking. I prime it all black. I like not only, I hear a lot of people say that the cracks and down the lower recesses where you can't really get good stay dark, they stay black instead of white or red or whatever. But I like to paint them black also, especially for airbrushing, because with an airbrush, as you know, you can get further away and closer, and you can pretty much determine how much of your paint spray is going to land on the model, and how much of it, kind of like feathering, you can decide how deep you want the color to be just by backing the brush off some. And if you leave it black, if you have a black undercoat, then you can very well shade it just by taking one color. Let's say red, that's my favorite. Spray it black, take your red paint, and sort of, spray the edges a brighter red, or maybe vice versa, spray the center of things a bright red, and then take back it off and don't spray as much on the edges, and it'll just by itself make it a darker red because the black will be showing through the thinner spot. Our second dry brush is Administratum gray, or again just a lighter gray. So as you can see, I left a lot of black showing through here. You don't even really have to worry about drying off your brush or washing out your brush. So now we're going to take, and this one you do want to dry brush. You do want to get the majority of the paints off and dry brush, because we're going to be lightening, not covering. It's a little tricky because I use my hand instead of paper when I dry brush. Like this, I brush the paint off on my hand instead of paper. So yeah, you can kind of get a feel for it rather than just seeing how much paint is coming off. Do it on your hand enough and you will be able to get a feel for what feels right, and you'll know when you have enough paint on the brush. Just another level to make sure you're not overdoing it. So as you can see if I can get it to focus even better. There we go. As you can see, now I've got the dark gray inside, light gray highlights, and tree bark is so rough and has so many little levels and edges that just an easy dry brush can really change it. Now that it's focused even better, let's see if you can see chains jump out here. As you can see, this is a super easy dry brush. Very easy technique to make a very good looking stone. So as you see, this is really shaping up to be a good rock. Finally, you could stop there. That doesn't look bad for a stone on a base. But I like to go one step further with cork stone, which is it's maybe one shade lighter than Ushabti bone. And but it's not a brown, it's not a white, and it's not really even stone color, but you can come in here and even lighten it just a little more. You don't want to do too much, but just around some edges. Let it catch some places. Just another little highlight. And I've only dipped my brush once, so you really don't want to put too much of this on there. But there you can see, makes a good looking little rock. Got some edging. If you want to get real fancy, you can buy some moss or mold or something to put on there, not mold, moss. And just as a demo, what I'm using this one for, as you'll see, this is my unit filler that I showed in another video. Now I'll pick the camera up real quick so you can see it. See, after I do the flocking, I'm actually going to do some snow on here. That's a good size stone for him to be running around in a field. It's not oversized, nothing like that. Now I have a bigger one. Tree bark is also pretty durable. Cork will crumble easy if you brush it against things or bump it into something else. It will break pretty easy. Tree bark is a little, depending on what kind of tree. The trees that I use, I'm not even sure what kind it is. I could find out for you though. They're very durable bark. It's very hard. It does not crumble. And I'll show you, this is a bigger piece that I have. I'm making another unit filler. Totally different idea. But on this one, you get the base and everything too. Got his base. Got the big rock that I'm going to make. And this cold one will actually be, back up the camera again, back up some. He will actually be jumping off of it. He'll be as if he had just leapt up and jumping off, and he's high enough that he'll go over the models. So, you know, I'll angle him to go between two models. But, yeah, his rider and everything will be on there. And the stuff around his foot, I'm not sure. Of course, there's a skull at Games Workshop. Geez, trying to focus here. There we go. That looks like stone. It's not grass texture or anything, so I might leave that around his foot. But I'll have to see if I can get it to match the bark. So yeah, but that's a quick tutorial on how to make good looking convincing stones, going from tree bark to that. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See if you find this helpful. And I enjoy making these, so maybe I'll put up some more. Appreciate it.